know how those kids were jumping in the bouncy house. I was watching and I was like, oh my gosh, it's tough.
Yeah, the kids,
They're resilient.
they live in a different.
They can handle it.
Yeah.
Debbie.
So Northeast Missouri.
Northeast Missouri Health Council, or you can say I'm making dental and family health. One of those, and then I can.
I might just introduce you to say hello.
That works too. Sometimes I have to think about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is Brian here. I'm live here. Sitting outside. Can you introduce yourself for the?
Sure. My name's Amy. I'm with the Northeast Missouri Health Council. We brought our dental truck today, and we have a dental clinic here in Macon, and one in Kirksville, and one in Cahokia. So we wanted to bring the dental truck out and provide screenings for the community here.
And I've been inside that amazing machine, and you've got the ability to do all kinds of things, don't you?
Yes, we have. It's a two-chair operatory, two operatories in the dental truck. We have a Pano X-ray machine, and we also have bite wings that we can take bite wings with X-rays. And it's loaded just like it would be if you came to our dental office. We have everything that we need right there in that vehicle.
And the plan is to take that. The plan is to take that around to different schools.
Yes.
And
yes, currently we do have it at a few schools. We just received it last year, so we just started the programs that we have, and we've been visiting some of the schools and taking it out to a few other events just to kind of get it out there and promote it. And at the schools, we're able to do all services that we do in the office.
That's fantastic. Is there a particular group of people that you're wanting to reach out to, or is this available everywhere?
Today we just brought it here just to kind of promote it and to provide dental screenings because it is quite hot outside. So it is nice to have an air conditioning vehicle where we're able to bring people on, talk to them about our services, and do a free dental screening. We're giving out supplies, toothbrush, toothpaste, other things, floss, and then doing some education with them as well, just oral health education to kind of talk to them about how important their oral health is. So it's great to have it today out there right outside the building. That way we're able to see people pretty closely.
Yes, and I'm sure that people have been grateful to step in through that beautiful door and to feel the cold air.
Yes.
And so have you had some chance to do some dental screenings?
Yes, we've done several dental screenings this morning. It's been great, and talked to a lot of people about their oral health. You know, sometimes you can't do that in the office. You feel like you need to go just for a quick appointment and you don't get all the stuff that you're having troubles with. And so for us to be able to sit here and spend more time with a community person or a patient or anyone and talk to them a little bit more, they're able to open up a little bit about what's going on and what issues they might have. And so we're able to talk to them and kind of guide them in the right direction that they might need to go.
That's excellent. So our expo here is designed to be almost like trying to revive a Yellow Pages sort of experience so that people can see the different organizations and groups that are trying to do things to bless the community here in Macon, specifically Macon County. Is there a way that people would contact you if they wanted to do?
Sure. They could reach out to, currently here in Macon, we opened up a couple of years ago our Macon Dental and Macon Family Health. So they can always reach out to them. Or I'm located in Kirksville in our administration office. And so they can always reach out to us there. My name is Amy, and my number is 660-665-3279. So if anyone does have an event or somewhere they would like for us to bring our dental truck that they think is good for the community, reach out to us, and we'll definitely see if that's something we can participate in.
Well, thank you, Amy. And now the truck itself would need to be parked on some soft gravel or mud. Would you prefer?
Of course, we would love concrete, but that doesn't always work. And today we're not on concrete. And we have great people who take it around, our CEO, and we have another person that helps out to take it where it needs to go, set it up properly so we can take it pretty much anywhere. We've had it in a variety of places, and it does just fine on any type of surfaces. I mean, we don't want to put it on really soft mud, but you know, so well, it's kind of dry.
We are grateful that you found a spot here because it rained last night, so But Amy, thank you so much for being here and for blessing people. And I hope that we'll see a lot more of you and the vehicle around.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amy.
Tracy, I mean, getting those people to the table.
Back over here to Janice now.
Oh, I'll be getting with you guys. All right, we're here with the Macon Health Department. You guys have a beautiful booth. It's all set up with 4th of July. And you have a program coming up, and it's Monday, July the 2nd. And you have, oh, Macon Healthcare. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Macon Healthcare. And you have a drawing here, and it is a outdoor thermometer. People need to come to your booth. Oh, and there's this beautiful little yard gnome, right? Did I get that right? All right. I'm so sorry. And you guys, I really want to promote that the Monday, July the 2nd, and it is going to be at 6 p.m. Come out, and Bill Lear is going to be singing. They're going to have fireworks. It is huge, and it's a wonderful thing to bring your families out to. Okay, let me see who else I can find. American Red Cross. All right. What are you guys doing here today?
So we are offering free smoke alarm installations for people who don't have smoke alarms in their houses. And we also have lovely tornado and home fire safety checklists.
Oh, awesome. That's great. And we're so glad that you guys came. You came down from Kirksville. Yeah, you guys came down from Kirksville, and you've got the fire detector and tornado. And that's something that we're really concerned about. Right behind you, we have these beautiful quilts, and there are room dividers. And we had people actually make those and hand them out to, because we service people at the Better Living Center that have gone through fires. And so I can't say enough about how important it is. If you don't have a smoke detector, please come out to get one. All right. Thank you. Have you done an interview? All right. Oh, yeah, we did. All right. We're going to be here at you guys' booth, and it's LOQW. And what do you guys do?
We work with individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities, and we help integrate them into their community and help them learn skills such as socializing and also in their home, cleaning, cooking. We help them build their resume and find employment and just anything that can help them live more independent lives.
Well, that is amazing. And if you have a situation where you don't have a job and you feel like you need some help, or if you have a family member or maybe a younger person, please come out. Where are you guys located?
We are located on Crescent Drive. It's behind the bowling alley. The old literacy center here in Macon. So.
All right. Thanks. All right. We're going to run over here. Have you guys been interviewed? Okay, so they want to wait for a little bit. I already got you. I'm going to run outside. We actually have vendors inside and outside. I'm going to sneak by here right now. The Macon County Community Volunteer Corps, they got a new dog out here. It's a little lab, beautiful little dog. All right, hey, I'm right here with American Family Insurance, and what do you want to say? Well, I kind of caught her off guard. They've been out here in the heat all day long. We really appreciate them coming. And you're right next to the cellar. A lot of people know where the cellar is, but you've got a beautiful new office, and people can just drop in and check out what kind of insurance you have.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. All right. We're going to run down here, and we're going to talk to Pastor Seth, and he's got some animals. And I don't know if I would call a snake an animal. I like the turtle because I'm into turtles. I was sitting here beside him a little bit ago, and it was kind of cute because that snake come out and kind of got right close to me. So you said you've had these animals for quite a while.
Yes.
All right. Some of these people aren't that great at live interviewing, are you? I never have a problem with what I say. I might mess it up. But you have some little hedgehogs, and you evidently have a couple of them because you've got babies.
Yep, I breed hedgehogs. Probably have since I was a kid. Had all kinds of exotics and things. So.
All right. So on the hedgehogs, how many babies do they usually have at a time?
It's an average of 3 to 4 babies at a time, but they can have litters as many as 8.
Oh, wow. That is really cool. Now, these, how old are they?
The babies are 5 weeks. They're weaned at 6. So right now they're still nursing, but they're also eating.
Okay, didn't even know they nurse because they're so prickly and everything. I'm like, what? But I felt one and it was pretty soft underneath. And so how much do you get for your hedgehogs?
Oh, they usually sell for about 100 to 150. So, well,
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Well, people can find you at where do you live?
I live in Sedalia,
right.
Missouri.
And you're the pastor of what church?
Of Sedalia and Crossroads, Warrensburg, and Tipton.
Of the Seventh-day Adventist denomination. We really appreciate you coming out today. And I know a lot of people have talked about how cute all the animals are. I know it's really hot out here. And we just appreciate you coming. Let's run over here and see who else we got. All right. Would you like to do a live interview? Promote your products? Okay. Your name is?
Jennifer Swift.
And what do you have?
I am selling Senegence products and LipSense products.
All right. And how do you feel like this is different from a lot of the other beauty products that there's out there?
The difference between Senegence and other products is that it is oil-free and chemical-free, and it's actually good for your skin instead of putting bad stuff into your skin.
All right. And so if people want to get a hold of you, they can come out right now. You're out here right now in the heat, and I apologize for that. So if they don't get out here before you close your booth, how can they get a hold of you?
You can find me on Facebook. My group page is called Sparkle and Shine, and you could email me at jperry80@yahoo.com.
All right, we're live, but I want everybody to know that all this content will be put up on YouTube, and so you'll be able to go to our YouTube channel and watch it later, or listen to it later, I mean. All right, I'm with Misty, and where'd you come from?
Moberly, Missouri.
And what do you have here today?
I have Scentsy.
And you said this is your first event, and we're really glad. Now, you brought your daughter, and she's had a lot of fun today, hasn't she? She's out here. She's out here with the bounce house and all the kids stuff. Would you like to say some things to promote your business? So you got started doing this to kind of help supplement your income. And how do you sell it mostly?
Parties, online, Facebook.
All right. So if they wanted to get a hold of you on Facebook, what would they need to look for?
Misty Benton, Independent Scentsy Consultant VIP Group.
All right. And we're going to try to have all of our vendors listed on our Facebook page here before too long. And so just keep following our page and our group. Let me see if I can find somebody else here to interview. All right. I'm over here with the Zach Barnes Services, Macon County, for the conservation. And you got all these pelts. And can you tell us a little bit about the conservation?
Well, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, I take care of all of Macon County. I'm the agent for here in Macon County. I think one thing you can say for the department is we've just got a ton of areas throughout this county and all the counties, really, just different conservation areas that is, thousands of acres probably in Macon County alone for people to go out and enjoy. You can hunt, fish, you can hike, you can go watch birds, you can go take pictures of the flowers, of the animals. There's just endless amounts of things to do. Camping, some of our areas got big lakes on them. You can go kayaking, stuff like that. That's one thing I would just encourage people to get outside and enjoy these areas. That's what they're there for. And while you're out there, just make sure you're being respectful, clean up trash, clean up fishing gear, help us do our job. And if you ever do see anybody doing something wrong, just give us a call, give your local agent a call, and we're happy to come out and take care of problems as they arise. So.
All right, Zach, now how would they get a hold of you?
So they can either call the Kirksville office, which is the Northeast Missouri regional office, or they can contact me, 660-651-3196. That's my work cell phone. I've got it on me all the time, even generally when I'm not on duty. So if they call me, I can either come take care of it, or I can have another agent close by come take care of it.
All right, yesterday we was coming down what they used to call Welch Hill in Bevier, and there was this year's coon. He was very skinny. He wasn't walking properly right there in town. And, I noticed one man had a stick and he was kind of trying to get it out of the middle of the road. what would you say proper procedure is when you see an animal that looks like, I know right now it's really hot. We're seeing things that we don't usually see with animals that are very thirsty. They get dehydrated and they act very weird, but there's also rabies.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Just call us. Animals carry all sorts of diseases that we don't want anybody trying to handle them themselves. We've kind of been trained on this, and we kind of have the tools to take care of these type of animals. So just give us a call. If you see a sick animal, don't try to mess with it, because we don't want you to get bit or anybody get bit or scratch or anything like that. So call us, and we'll come either trap it, catch it somehow, and either remove it to a different location. Or if it needs to be, we'll have to put it down. But, we're generally going to try to catch it and take it somewhere far. We'll take it and release it out in the wild, somewhere far away from people where it won't bother anybody.
Yeah, I think that is really important, because people think, I'm not going to call the conservation because they're afraid you're just going to put them down. But you have training, whether that thing may just need water, or, distemper acts very much like dehydration. And so it's really, really dangerous. And I want to just talk a little bit about your training, because I know people in the past have thought, oh, well, you can just become a conservation agent. Conservation agents have to train just like highway patrol. And I know a couple of young men, one was a highway patrol and one is a conservation. And it almost seemed like the conservation had to do more training than even the highway patrol.
Well, I won't say we do more training. Our academy is 6 months, just like theirs. We each have our own specific things we deal with. We get the basic law enforcement training, where they'll go into a little more of maybe a little more into some of the highway rules and regulations. We focus more on the wildlife, what we call our wildlife code. We spend 100 hours of our training on the wildlife code. So we have a lot of the similar training to them, where they will get more in depth on a couple things. We will focus more on our wildlife. So, yeah, I mean, it takes a 4-year degree in a natural resources or biology related field or criminal justice related field. And then it's a 6 months academy once you get hired that focuses on all aspects of law enforcement, and then a lot of the wildlife code, which is kind of our code book, our rule book for how we do our job.
And a lot of people think that the conservation agent doesn't have a whole lot to do. They just sit around all the time and wait for these calls. But you actually have responsibilities. I know we live in an area where we have a lot of conservation ground around us. You guys have to do controlled fires. You have to do planting. Can you tell us a little bit about the planting and how that kind of stuff works?
Well, with the planting and stuff, the agents don't really do a lot of the planting. That we've got area managers that take care of doing all of our they form area plans, and so if we need to plant sunflower, they're going to plant a certain type of grass, or they go into a lot of research on what to do, especially in some areas they plant a lot of sunflower for the dove hunters. So and they take care of, they do corn, soybeans, and then we have permitting farmers that will actually do a lot of planting on areas just to help offset costs. But yeah, we don't do a lot of the planning, but we do get involved in a lot of different things. Some of us are burn certified, so we help with fires. We do also, we'll help with surveys. We'll help our fisheries division. We like to get our hands into whatever we can.
Well, that is fantastic. I can't tell you enough. Thank you for your service. This isn't a job without danger. It's just like the highway patrol. You go out and especially during poaching season, and you have to deal with all kinds of people. But Zach, you're a wonderful young guy. I've talked to you several times on the telephone. It's been such a privilege to get to know you. And I'm really glad that you're in our area. And I just want to say I appreciate all that you do in the conservation. I love conservation. Those beautiful sunflowers, when I'm driving home, especially after a long day, and that sunflower field is in front of me. Now they alternate sunflowers with corn. It's very much trying to help. You're here to help. You're not here to cut everybody out of having any fun. And thank you so very much. And thanks for coming to our Because Your Life Matters Expo. And we're going to run around here and see if we can find somebody else to interview. I got a young man right up here, and I'm going to grab him real quick. Hey, you're with the solar. And man, I have been hearing a lot of good things about you. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said his utility bill here in Macon was 87 cents. Now, how is that even possible?
Well, we put solar in, and it can produce electricity for those people, and it'll take care of the electric bill, and it offsets what he uses, and basically just using it from the sun.
All right, Rodney, this is Rodney Pitford that I'm talking with OTG Solar. And you're located right here in Macon. And I was talking to somebody, and they said that you help them get their loan for this, and what they were paying for utility bills, they can pay on their bill for the solar. Once that's paid for, then they're done, right? And then in the years to come, then they maybe only have $1 or $2 to pay. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the loan programs out there are usually covering you can cover basically any amount for the solar, but it is taking care of, it's offsetting that bill. So you're able to use some of the money that you would have spent on power, and we can usually get it right around what you're spending for that power as your loan payment.
All right, Rodney, another thing I was wondering about is, what if I wanted solar, or somebody out here wanted solar, and they have a little bitty yard, and maybe they have an old house? How would they even get that solar put on?
Well, of course we'd have to take a look, but most of the time we can usually squeeze an array in the yard somewhere, or check out the roof, and we can sometimes have to replace some shingles or something, but we can get space, and there's different designs that will utilize roof space that you normally wouldn't think could be used, but we can use special equipment that'll get pretty much anything done with.
So if somebody's interested in solar panels, I'm telling you what, this is the best company I know. Of course, they're related to me, so I'm going to get killed if I don't say that. But you can get a hold of us. You can and find them. They're right at the four-way stop. They're at Macon at Vine Street. You're just the first house off of Vine Street going towards the east. So be looking for them and think about solar. Have you guys done an interview? All right. Okay. This is with a simplified funeral solution. And where are you guys out of?
We're located out of Greencastle, Missouri, but we are available to serve anyone in the state of Missouri.
All right. And as I was talking to you, I was like, okay, so how much it costs so much if we had a family member die or something? And I know our family, we had 2 deaths very close together, and they were my brothers, and one of them wanted to have just a direct funeral. He didn't want to be embalmed. And so we had to do it like the next day. Now, I was talking to you, and you said you have some different things. Can you just explain to us some of the different options that you have?
When we opened our doors, we like to open our doors and provide affordability and transparency for families. One of the biggest things that I learned is that most families just don't understand exactly what the law says they have, their options. So we do a lot of green burials and just open up a lot of options for families. Our newest option is cremation by water. We offer the traditional fire-based cremation, but now cremation by water. You can find out a lot more about our services at asimplifiedfuneralsolution.com or on our Facebook page at A Simplified Funeral Solution. We are located in Greencastle, Missouri, but we can serve anyone in the state of Missouri. Our cremation prices are $1,100, and we will travel to you. Our number is 660-265-6425. You can give us a call at any time, and we'd love to meet you and talk about all the options that we have available to help you and your family have affordable end-of-life care.
Well, I've told you I don't like to talk about death, but, I think that what you're doing is one of the best services, because unfortunately, we're all going to experience death, whether it's ourselves or loved ones. Waiting until it happens is not ever a good thing. We need to make arrangements. We need to plan ahead, because that is a horrible time in life. But if we have a plan, it goes so much better. You can focus on your grieving. You don't have to focus on details. And when you say come to us, does that mean that you will come and pick up our loved one?
We'll come to you. We'll come to your home and do arrangements in your home, so you don't have to come to the funeral home to make arrangements. You can do arrangements online over the internet through the computer, or we'll actually just come out to your house and sit down and talk to you and share with you the options. Whatever's most comfortable to our families and what's available to them. When we first opened our doors, we didn't expand to serve such a large area, but we've learned that people are in such a need of affordable options and transparency that we provide, that we just want to open up the options and make it feasible for families throughout Missouri. So we'll come to you. And yes, when a death occurs, you just call us directly and we'll come right to your home, send someone out, myself, my assistants, my husband, anyone.
Well, I think that is absolutely wonderful. You know, like I said, it's not something we always want to think about, but experiencing the death of a lady I was taking care of, you know, you have in-home health nurses, and we have some of those people here today that can help. And if you have all these agencies work together, and I know that when I called the funeral home, they said that, you know, the nurse had already called. They were prepared. I didn't have to give them any information. And you guys are about a third, is that right, compared to what most funeral homes are? And trust me, you want to get something done. And even if you don't get prepared and something happens, please, I'm sure that if somebody calls in or writes in, you would send them a business card so that they can have this in your hand so that you are prepared.
We truly believe in putting our prices and being straightforward with families. So anyone that calls and wants our information, we'll give you our upfront honest prices. And I promise you won't find prices any lower. But our prices will be honest and upfront from the get-go. We don't change our prices once you come in the door. It doesn't matter who you are. You'll all get the same price, and it is affordable and transparent, giving you all the options available. We do offer a lot of green options. Those are traditional options that have always been available. A lot of families are choosing those options. They just haven't always been given the choice. And those options would include doing services without embalming or burials without embalming. Your rights as far as burial vaults and all those things. So we would love the opportunity to sit down and talk with anyone about those options. Again, our number is 660-265-6425.
All right. Thank you so much. And anybody that would like more information, if you didn't catch this, we'll be putting this on our YouTube channel, our Facebook, and you also can come down to the Better Living Center. We will have some information there to give you the number. And we just want to really encourage everybody to get some preparation. All right. We're going to run over here to the Wound Center. Yay. This is one of my favorite people in the whole world. When my mother was Charlie Pickford, come over here. Do you know who this young lady is? Do you know who that is? Do you remember Nancy Brennan?
Yes, I remember Nancy Brennan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she was one of our favorite people in the world.
She looks kind of like Nancy.
This is Nancy's daughter.
Yep.
And so I met you years ago at Macon Healthcare when I was doing crafts out there. And you're at the Wound Center now. A lot of people don't know anything about the Wound Center, but it's located at the hospital. It's part of the specialty clinics. I know just this last August, my mother got bit by a spider. She had a horrible wound. We couldn't even get her in the car to get to her doctor out of town. And so we have to put a plug in for Jessie March. That's my niece. And Dr. DeLine, we called them up. We said, can you see her? And Dr. DeLine got her hooked up with the Wound Center, and I was amazed at what all you guys do. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff you offer here in Macon?
First of all, a chronic wound is a wound that does not heal within 30 days. That's what we consider chronic. We are a chronic non-healing wound center. We have 5 physicians that rotate through the clinic. We also have hyperbaric medicine that a small town. We deal with arterial, venous, infected wounds. We also deal with diabetic foot wounds that are not healing. One nice thing is that you do not need a physician's referral to come to the wound center. All you need to do is dial our number at 660-395-8330, and we can set up an appointment for you to do a consult. And don't ever hesitate to call if you have questions. Thank you.
All right.
I was wondering if you'd like to give your phone number once again, because sometimes people don't get that down and just.
Yeah, again, our phone number at the Wound Healing Center is 660-395-8330.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. We're going to run over here and let's see. Okay, I'm live. All right, we're going to run right over here. And, oh, they're busy again. Every time I come to their booth, they're busy. Moberly Area Community College. All right, you got tons of stuff you're handing out here. What would you like to say to people that feel like that they aren't qualified maybe to go to college?
One, really, anyone can go to college. There's degrees and studies for almost anyone. Everything from firefighting classes to healthcare, mechanic, computers. And for those who want to go on to a 4-year degree, there's the 2-year transfer programs. You can be a teacher or an engineer. So really, there's something for everybody, whether you want to say the full 4-year degree or just want a career, a skill job and a career. We have just about everything you can think about, really. Come down and talk to us, and we'd be glad to help you out and see what we can do.
All right. Thank you, Scott, and partnering with us. Macon County Health Department. Boy, you guys have a lot of stuff out here. Talking to people about breastfeeding and support, and also they did the dogs in disaster. That's wonderful. Jennifer, we want to thank you for all your hard work. She's part of our group, and she works for the health department. She's got 4 mannequins out here, and she's talking to people about what?
I'm helping people experience what it's like to do hands-only CPR. This is an emergency situation just to give people an idea of what it's like to do chest compressions, and to also introduce them to the fact that we offer CPR and first aid classes. You just need 5 people, and we charge $40 per person. We're willing to do them in Macon County, or we can do your sign-off. We're here. The health department is here for anybody and everybody in the county. We are very excited to have anyone come by. We do allergy shots and immunizations and lab draws. Stop on by. We'd love to see you.
All right, Jennifer. And while we were visiting a little while ago, we got a doctor here that's giving free consults, 15-minute consults. Now, you and I was talking about some of the services that Macon County Health Department offers. And one of them is that you can get blood work there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we do low-cost blood draws, so we will run any of your insurances, or if you do not have insurance, we have self-pay. We actually have some of the lowest costs in the county. We know how hard it is to get those blood works done. We want to make sure that you do come in and get that blood work. If the doctor's ordered it, make sure you get that blood work done. We'd love to have you come by. We are also doing some satellite clinics, not with blood draws, but it's working with children's immunizations in Bevier, La Plata, Atlanta, Callio, and New Cambria. You're going to see that on our Facebook page. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us at 660-395-4711. Love to see you anytime.
Thank you so much. We are glad you're here, Macon County Health Department. Thank you for showing up and teaching us how to do these things. I saw you doing that with some of the kids already and adults. I need to do it on air, maybe. Well, I'm going to move over here to this booth, and thank you for being here. All right, we're moving over to this booth right over here. I'm looking at this table filled with some herbal products and things. And so would you like to introduce yourself to the radio audience here?
I'm Connie Herbal, and I'm the owner of Mount Airy Herb Farm. And we live, or the herb farm is out near Mount Airy, Missouri, south of Huntsville. And we grow a huge medicinal patch of herbs, medicinal herbs, and we also grow seeds. We sell seeds, we sell plants, we sell packaged herbs. We never sell any of our herbs past 1 year. So they're always fresh and organic and non-GMO and all that. We also make a lot of different products, and we have a store on our property, and you can come and pick as many herbs as you want from the garden, or you can buy them already processed, or seeds or plants. We got you covered. So
Excellent. So we have your information here is you've got a card right here at the table telling us where to contact you, and the phone number here. Want to give that out then?
it's 660-277-4070. You can get on our website, which has all of our products, and that's Mount Airy, just MTAIRY, herbfarm.com.
Thank you so much. We're grateful that you've come out to the expo here and to give people an idea of what you're doing, and it's got some samples here as well. Very exciting. Thank you so much for coming. All right, we're moving over here to some glittery things that I see on a table. And they were excited to be able to come inside out of the heat, and thought we'd take a moment here and let you tell us a little bit about what you have here on the table. And introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm Penny White, and my daughter and I sell paparazzi jewelry. Paparazzi jewelry is $5 jewelry. And we are actually here today promoting our open house, which we are going to have on July 7th from 10 to 7. We live 3 miles out on PP. There's going to be a bright pink sign in our yard. You won't be able to miss it. And we're going to have a giveaway, so we hope everybody comes out.
So I'm looking at the different pieces here. What would be one of your favorites? Okay, so how would I be describing this? This is
That is actually a copper necklace, and this is going to be in the Indian style with turquoise stones. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stones with a great big one at the bottom.
Yeah, and they're very beautiful.
And they also have earrings to go with them, all for $5.
Wow. Okay, so you've heard that now. And so the open house will be on July 7th?
July 7th from 10 to 7. Our address is 33893 State Highway PP. It's actually just 3 miles on Highway PP with a bright pink sign in the yard.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We're glad you're here at the expo. All right. Now, for those of you who are listening, you ought to just get in your car and come on out to the expo building, because we've got even more things happening. And the children can come and play in a bouncy house, which might involve some sweating. And then we've got this wonderful air-conditioned place here that lets you walk around and see the different vendors. And I'm moving now over to another place. As I'm walking around, I'm finding Janice as she's finding other places. She knows where she's been.
All right. Then some of our booths have people talking at them, so we don't want to interrupt them. Let's go down here, and we're going to talk with Woodward Audiology again. We want to just ask you, how did your day go?
It went really well. We were able to sign up a lot of people for hearing tests and different screenings. So we look forward to seeing them and meeting with other individuals.
That's awesome. I am so glad you guys came. We got a thunderstorm coming, but just wanted you guys to know the conservation man is out here, the conservation agent. He's keeping an eye on it. And how about you guys? Have you had a good day?
Yes, we have. We had a very good day. A lot of people coming in, getting their vision screenings done. Good turnout. Very good turnout.
Well, that is fantastic. Thank you so much for coming out. Let's see. We want to talk. Oh, here's the booths. Yeah, we're going to go over there. They weren't here when we come down this aisle. Oh, well, can we tell about what you're doing? So, all right. We have a, 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 And so I just want to talk about it a little bit. It's Maranatha Adventist School. It is a fantastic school. I know several people that have had their kids in there. They get one-on-one help if you have kids with special needs. They know you. They have been in the teaching profession for many years, haven't you? It's affordable. And we had a lot of people here in Macon that drove their kids every day. We still do, don't we? We have some of our group that take their kids down there every day. Couldn't say enough nice things about Mr. and Mrs. Booth and the Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist School. It's real easy to find there in Moberly. The website is www.mas.education. Please look them up and think about putting your kids in a really good school that is teaching good values. Thank you for all you've done, and thank you for coming out. So we're back over here. I came over here this morning, and I had a phone call, and I had to leave. I'm sorry. So we just want to talk with you guys just a little bit. You all came from quite a distance, and we really appreciate it. Have you had a good day?
Oh, it's been great. We've had so many friendly people stop by, and it's been a blessing to share the free literature with them and to sit and have prayer. It's been wonderful.
That is great. Have you had a good day?
I've had a wonderful day.
Anybody? You can introduce yourselves if you want. A lot of people would rather not have their name out there.
That's fine.
Okay.
My name's Gail Corden, and I'm from Winterset, Iowa.
And I want to tell you just a little bit about her. She is the wife of our conference president, right? And we're just so grateful that you come down. A lot of people have asked who put this on, who put the expo on. And it's not just our local church. We do have a Seventh-day Adventist church here in Macon, but we have people from Moberly, we have Kirksville, Marceline, and all the way from Iowa. We have Pastor Seth from Sedalia. And so we work as a family, don't we? And we don't have boundaries. We work together to make success in our communities. Our little church is about 12 members, and it's just wonderful to be plugged into the bigger Seventh-day Adventist church.
Well, I tell you, you got 12 hardworking members because there has been a lot put into this expo, and it's just wonderful. What a blessing to be here. And that's Randy Harmdirks, our communication director from the conference. And this is Mrs. Wagley, Peggy Wagley.
Okay, Peggy Wagley, can you tell us what your position is?
I assist the president of the conference. I'm assistant for the for Dean and also for the ministerial department.
That is fantastic. And her husband is the secretary of the conference. And you have a position at the conference. And can you tell a little bit about that?
Well, one thing I get to work with besides prayer ministry is women's ministries. And this fall, in the last weekend of September in Kansas City, Embassy Suites near the airport, we're having a women's retreat. And actually, a lot of the theme is going to be about prayer. So please join us there.
So even if they don't belong to our church, that's wonderful for them to come out, isn't it? And anybody that's listening to this, it's live right now, but we'll have it on our YouTube channel. We'll connect it with our Facebook. You can contact anybody, any one of us here locally, or you can go down to the Better Living Center and get information about this woman retreat. And I tell you, I've been involved with it. I haven't been able to go because of my health and stuff, but I have been involved, and I have seen people that have come back. They get so spiritually enriched. And some of the things they have at that is not just that you sit and listen to somebody, is it? You have booths where they come and listen to you. If you have something that you need to talk about, can you talk a little bit about how the program works?
Yeah, sure. We do try to have qualified counselors on hand, and there's opportunities to sign up and have a period of time just to talk with a counselor. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing to just be together with a bunch of women that serve God and everything. And Peggy has a hard job because she actually, I know, because I'm the secretary of the personal ministry leader here and the preacher. And I'll tell you, we got a humdinger preacher. And the secretary does a lot of work. Oh, yeah. And busy, I'm sure. And so we kind of screen, don't we? So everything kind of goes through us before it gets there. So I can't say enough about how much you do and appreciate it. You've always been there when we call, we cry on your shoulder, we ask you for help, and we just appreciate so much all that you do. Would you like to share more about what you're doing? I know you're here talking to people with grief, and you have a lifetime of education, don't you? And how God has helped you come through some of the worst times of life.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I have to say that first of all, I'm really, really glad to be here today. It's a distance to come, but that's short when you think about all of the things that you're going to see and do. So I've appreciated that. When it comes to grief, well, I have to say that I have a Heavenly Father that walks the journey with me, and that has helped tremendously. But I think I went through all the phases of grief at the time that they were happening to me. And, I've never been abandoned. I have never been left alone. And I'm very, very grateful for that. And if I could share that with people, if I could finally plant in their head that God will walk with them, that they're not alone with this, that's what I feel is the mission on the inside of me. So
that is fantastic. Thank you so much. You have been such a support to me putting this thing together. We're going to run out here and see if we can talk to anybody else. Let's see. We have some vendors that are going ahead and go leave. And have you all got to talk on? Have you all got to get interviewed? We just appreciate everything. Did you guys get to have an interview? All right. Here's one that we have not talked to yet. Oh, well, thank you for coming. I didn't get to talk to you, so we're talking again. This is my friend, Connie Herbal. We've known each other forever. And you probably saw her on Sheraton Valley when we were doing the segments on gardening and things. You have a beautiful place. I'm looking at the pictures. I seen it on the ground level before you got going. Looking at those pictures, it is absolutely like just getting away from life and walking into heaven. And I can't say enough. I mean, she has things where you can come out to the farm and just relax, and more and more people are going towards natural things. Would you like to say some things about Mount Airy Herb Farm?
Yes. Well, we've set it up so that you can come out, pick up a basket, get some clippers, and go out and gather whatever kind of herbs you need and however much you need to have. And that way, it's fresh, it's organic, where it came from, how long it has been around. We sell none of our packaged herbs past a year. And we have little seating areas and places where you can sit and read. And we have books that you can learn to identify herbs with and study about the herbs. We also have classes and workshops a couple times a year. We have a lot of different classes where you can come to learn different skills and things like that. And we sell plants, seeds, and the actual fresh plant too.
So that is all wonderful. And they don't just have to take the plants either. You actually make the stuff that goes with them. Yes. And so I want to thank you so much, Connie, for coming. And I want to encourage everybody, all your information will be up on our YouTube. And I see somebody over here I haven't got to talk to. Yay! Doctor. We got a doctor in the house. I'm so glad. You guys came from a place that's very dear to my heart. Dr. Gordon Riffle was a doctor at Bourbon, Missouri for years and years, and that was my uncle.
Really?
That was my uncle. And so you're kind of down in there where my grandma was and everything. Beautiful country. But you also come up to Jeff City, right? And you're here today. You're giving 15-minute free consults with people. And your booth was busy enough. I had a hard time getting in there. What is your message that you want to get out? Because I know you're an MD. But my cousin is, and I will say her name on air, and she wanted to do things as natural as she could, but there came a time that she had to start taking some medicine. So you're not against medicine, are you?
No, we try to limit how much medication people have to take. And when we know natural therapies, it's easier to go without so much medicine because you can accomplish even more with natural things. hydrotherapy, the botanical agents, and lifestyle. This is the main thing, how people live in this body that you are living in, okay? So that's what we're about, trying to help people to experience God's healing through natural means.
Well, that is fantastic, and it sounds to me like you're very well balanced. We talked with your wife and the ones that are here doing so you're the ones that are doing the chair massages, and they got a line here for the chair massages. We're gonna have to go in there and get your workers. They're down for a little break. But you have been a doctor for a long time.
A long time.
And I looked at your prices that you have. They're very reasonable. You're not doing this to make money, really, are you?
No, the Lord has called us to help people. Now we have to live in this world, so we have to have, finances to be able to continue a ministry. But we want people to get better. That's our goal, and to help them in every way. That's what Jesus would do.
That is, well, I'm so glad you said that, because that's kind of the theme of our whole deal, is pulling all these people together to show Jesus did more one-on-one work with people than he did standing in the pulpit.
Right.
And so you're with our Seventh-day Adventist group. We were talking about how much Adventist support we had with this expo. We're a family, aren't we? This first time I met you, but boy, I'm telling you, I'm glad to know you, and I feel like we're family in the church and in Christ, and you have the same message that we want to present. Is everybody out here is doing a wonderful work. And we just want to encourage everybody, and thank you so much for coming.
We appreciate the privilege of being invited.
Okay.
Hold on, just give me a second.